Srishti has just been through a transition from running its own diploma to running a degree program as part of a university. A university system requires examinations and evaluations which are objective in nature. The Charette is a construct to bring in an objective evaluation of a student's capabilities over the preceding period of time.
Charette is a very good opportunity or chance to actually see, to test our skills, our learnings and our knowledge, what we have gained from our semester, and then apply them.
A Charette is basically an exercise where a bunch of students or practitioners come together from different disciplines and try and solve a complex problem in a very short period of time.
What comes across is clearly learnability. That's what's being measured. How do you immerse yourself in a new idea? How do you look at it from both a group perspective but also an individual perspective, and the perspective that comes from your background, whatever discipline you're pursuing within that?
And like in the Charette, nobody tells you, the faculty doesn't tell you that this is the thing you gotta do and this is the project. No, it's all your decision, your choices.
The Charette brings a couple of dimensions, very interesting dimensions. One is the sheer scale of the number of people who participate in it. In Srishti, we have about a little over 700 students who come together to deliberate and come up with solutions for a particular thematic problem.
It's a huge bandwidth and it's quite a deep dive happening. So when that happens, the outcomes, some of them are fresh and new, some of them are old but are put forward again in a particular fashion, and some of them are just sort of learning and getting into the topic.
The beginning of the year, we did one which was on water and the lakes of Bangalore, and the output that they created was literally staggering.
And when the evaluation happened, I was lucky enough to be with the jury members to see some of the outputs and outcomes. It was very fascinating and interesting for me as a civil engineer and as an ecologist to see the differences in the output and the differences in the imagination that played themselves out. The Charette was very nice. I think from a slightly tangible resource as water, we have now moved to slightly more intangible forms of ownership, belonging.
The structure of the Charette involves a deep dive into the context. Current one that we're doing is on belonging and what makes a person belong to a city, to a place, to the things that they use, and so on.
The first 2 days were dedicated to talks and videos. There are a lot of people, like around 5 people, 6 people a day who will come and give us talks about belonging and about a lot of relevant information that we needed for a Charette.
It examines it quite deeply, quite well, and you get a wide range of perspective coming from both the external speakers who come and talk about it, as well as the students who then engage with it and put forward a way of seeing which is unique and which helps the practitioners also to learn and to think out of the box.
Experts come from all walks of life. Some of them are activists, some are scholars, some are city professionals and people who have deep domain knowledge of the subject at hand.
The faculty in the Srishti school could also have a more dominant role in taking the story forward and taking the narrative forward, apart from using it as a curriculum exercise of examining students, of teaching them learnability.
This is a new experiment and we do not know of this model being done anywhere else in the world but here. And it has only been possible with the support and belief that the University of Mysore has placed in Srishti's capability of coming up with innovative solutions to what seems to be a paradoxical problem.
Beyond that, there is scope and merit to take this idea forward and to push it, as you said, as a wicked problem to be addressed by society at large, and then put it there in the narrative for others to contribute, to discuss and to see what can be done with it. India needs a million such design initiatives very quickly, and the time is now. We cannot wait for tomorrow even.